It started as another late-night stunt for the camera, but it ended with one of YouTube's biggest names in handcuffs. Moments before officers moved in, Jack Doherty stood in the middle of Miami Beach traffic, filming content for his followers, and told police he'd comply once I'm done with this bet. But when officers searched him, they say they found more than just a camera, including suspected amphetamine and cannabis. And that's when Miami Beach police made one thing crystal clear. There's no such thing as celebrity immunity. It was 3:12 a.m. in Miami Beach, the kind of hour when the streets buzz with club lights, loud music, and restless energy. But right in the middle of all that chaos, Jack Doherty allegedly stepped straight into the roadway, positioning himself between moving cars just to capture the perfect stunt for social media. Officers immediately began shouting commands, telling him to get out of the street, warning him again and again as traffic slowed around him. Even his own friends were urging him to stop and just listen, but Jack refused, standing his ground like the moment mattered more than the danger around him. And the second officers moved in to pull him from the road, the situation escalated fast. As officers kept ordering him out of the road, Jack didn't just ignore them, he doubled down. According to reports, he looked straight at police and said he'd only comply once I'm done with this bet. That one line spread online almost instantly, becoming the center of a much bigger conversation about how far influencers are willing to push things just to capture a viral moment. To some, it showed the dangerous pressure of always needing bigger, crazier content. To others, it was a sign that the chase for views had officially crossed the line. But the real shock came moments later, because what police found next changed everything. When officers finally searched Jack after pulling him from the roadway, the night took an even darker turn. According to arrest documents, police allegedly found half of an orange pill, something they believed to be a Schedule II amphetamine, tucked on his person. Alongside it, they say there was a small black container holding 3 hand-rolled cannabis cigarettes. In seconds, what started as a traffic stunt turned into a list of real charges: possession, resisting an officer without violence, and obstructing the roadway. But as the details kept unfolding, it became clear. Even that wasn't the full story. To understand why this arrest exploded online, you have to look at just how big Jack Doherty really is. With more than 3.2 million subscribers and over 500 million YouTube views, he's built his entire brand on pranks, dares, and high-risk stunts designed to shock, entertain, and go viral. His most watched upload, a wild video from 2018, has crossed 18 million views alone, and that kind of fame comes with pressure. The constant need to top the last stunt, push one step further, and never lose momentum. But as the flashing lights lit up Washington Avenue, one thing became obvious. The police didn't care about views that night. Not long after the arrest, Miami Beach police made their stance unmistakably clear. In a public statement, they emphasized that no influencer, no matter how many followers they have, gets special treatment under the law. Their priority, they said, is always the safety of residents, tourists, and officers, and anyone who puts others at risk for entertainment will be held accountable. The message landed hard, sparking conversations about the growing trend of social media stunts spiraling out of control. But the real shock came afterward, because the aftermath raises even more questions. Since the news broke, Jack's team has stayed completely silent. His agency and representatives were contacted for comment, but so far, none have responded, leaving fans to speculate on their own, and the reaction has been split right down the middle. Some supporters argue he was just trying to create content and that the situation got blown out of proportion. Others insist this moment was inevitable, saying the stunts have been getting riskier for years. With charges that include possession and resisting without violence, the legal road ahead could get complicated fast. And as the dust settles, one question keeps echoing across social media. What happens to Jack Doherty now? In the end, This wasn't just about one arrest. It was a reminder of the thin line between influence and responsibility, and the price creators sometimes pay when viral moments become more important than safety, law, or basic common sense. Jack Doherty's situation raises a tougher question for everyone watching. Has internet fame pushed creators so far that real-world consequences no longer register until it's too late? Let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for more updates as this story unfolds.